Hey, I'm back, and today I'm going to be doing something a little bit fun. I'm going to be making sweet potato mini pizzas. So yeah, this looks really simple. A lot of them just use like rounds of sweet potato and put the toppings on, but this is actually going to be making a dough. So it looks really simple, only a couple of ingredients. So yeah, let's get started. So the first thing we need is a medium sweet potato, which has been peeled. It's 200 grams. So we are going to cook this. Now, the recipe that I've got doesn't give you very much information, so I think that you need to boil it. So I'm going to put this in a saucepan of water and I'm going to boil it until it's soft. So I'll let you know how long that takes. Okay, while the sweet potato is cooking, I'm going to make a pizza sauce. So you can use anything that you want. You can use a pre-made pizza sauce, a pasta sauce, you can just use tomato puree, you can just use ketchup, but I like to make this because it's quick and simple and really tasty. So I don't know how much I'm going to need, so I'm just going to make a bit of the sauce. So we're going to have 2 tablespoons of tomato puree. And to that I'm going to add a teaspoon of oregano. And half a teaspoon of onion granules. And half a teaspoon of garlic granules. So that should give it the real pizza taste. I always find that tomato puree is a little bit too thick, so I'm going to add a teaspoon of water. I'm actually going to add a tablespoon of water. There we go. And then we're just going to mix this all together. So you can add more water if you like it a bit more runny, but for me that's perfect. And now all I can smell is pizza with that. So that's the sauce ready. So yeah, let's wait for that potato. Okay, so the sweet potato is done. I did cut it in half because it's taken quite a while, so it probably cooked for about 20-25 minutes. Next time I might cut it in half straight away. I don't know why the instructions just said cook it, so I don't know. But now we're going to mash it. So I'm just going to use a fork and we're just going to mash this up. Okay, and then we're just going to let this cool down because we're going to be making it into a dough, so you're going to need to handle it. So I'm going to let this cool off for, I don't know, maybe 10 minutes. Okay, so the potato has cooled down, so we're going to add 180 grams of South raisin flour. And we're just going to mix this into a dough. Okay, I didn't think it was going to come together, but it has done. There we go. Right, so we're going to flour the surface and roll this out. Okay. So again, not really given that much instruction on how thick, so just however thick you want your pizza base, really. Okay, there we go. So then we're going to need a cookie cutter. Again, it doesn't give you a size, so I've gone with the 5cm. So we're going to cut rounds out for the base. Okay, there we go. So I've got 14 bases, so they're not all going to fit in my air fryer, but we'll do this in 2 batches. You can do this in the oven to get a baking sheet, put greaseproof paper over it, then put these on top. So I'm going to do that for the air fryer. Okay, so into the air fryer, so I've got these paper linings for mine, so you can just put some parchment paper on it if you don't have these. So we're going to put the bases in, so let's see if we can fit half of these in. I think I can only fit 6 in, so here we go. Right, now I'm just going to put a little bit of the pizza sauce on. Remember, leave a little bit at the edge like you would a pizza. Okay, next up, the recipe didn't have toppings, but I've got some onions and peppers, and I've finely diced these. So I'm going to mix them together, just drop a little bit in to each pizza. And the last thing you need is some cheese. So I've got some pre-grated mozzarella. I guess you can use cheddar. I don't know how much, so I'm just going to put a little bit on top of each. Just a little sprinkle, because they are mini. Okay, so if you're doing it in the oven, the instructions say do it at 180 degrees for 15 minutes. So I'm going to go in the air fryer. I'm going to keep it at 180, and my air fryer has not been preheated. So I'll probably go in for 7 minutes, and we'll see if they're cooked. Okay, so there we go. Let's just check. Yeah, the base is done as well, so there we go, 7 minutes that was in there. I know the corner ones, because the paper folds over, are not quite done, but that's fine. Right, I'm going to do the others, and then we're going to give this a try. Okay, they're all done, so this half was done second, so because the air fryer was hot, I put them in for 5 minutes. They maybe could have done 6, but they look pretty good to me, so let's give these a try. Right, okay, so here it is on the base. Let's give it a try. Don't even know that that's sweet potato. That is really nice. It just tastes like pizza. That is really good. So that would be absolutely brilliant if you're doing a party food. Yeah. What else can I say, really? It's pizza, it's mini, it's sweet potato. So, that's it from me. Keep experimenting, have fun, and I'll see you next time. Bye!